Welcome back to DeFi Tactics, your gateway to the future of finance and technology. Today, we're looking at one of the biggest power plays in modern financial history, something that could completely reshape the financial world as we know it. This is not just about economics, but about power, control, and the quest for financial sovereignty. We are talking about BRICS, the emerging global alliance of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and their quest to reduce dependence on the US dollar, a bold strategy known as de-dollarization. Think of it like trying to break free from a system that has too much influence over your decisions. These countries are tired of being at the mercy of American economic policies that seem designed to keep the US at the top. What we're seeing is the financial version of cutting the strings, or trying to at least. The US dollar has been the dominant currency in global trade and finance for decades. BRICS nations have been frustrated by the outsized influence that the US wields over the entire global financial system. Sanctions, economic policies, and decisions made by the US Federal Reserve ripple across the world, affecting everyone who uses the dollar in trade. But why would these BRICS nations, with such different economies and political systems, want to ditch the dollar? Well, imagine relying on your neighbor's electricity to run your house. Sure, it's fine until they decide to jack up the prices, or worse, cut you off. That's essentially how BRICS feels about the US dollar's dominance. The power the US wields over the global financial system means that at any moment it can use sanctions or economic policies to bend other countries to its will. One of the most powerful examples of this financial dominance came after Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The US and its allies imposed severe sanctions on Russia, freezing $300 billion of its foreign reserves held in dollars and euros, essentially cutting Russia off from its own assets. In an instant, a huge chunk of its money was out of reach. This move sent a clear message and was a wake-up call for other countries who realized they could suffer a similar fate if they fell afoul of US policy. If the US wants to hurt you financially, it can swiftly and effectively. This incident laid bare the vulnerability of relying on the dollar as the world's reserve currency, spurring BRICS nations to explore ways to shift away from the dollar-based financial system. The US dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades, giving the US unparalleled power in the global financial system. It's a system that works in America's favor, and BRICS is looking for a way out. This desire to secure greater economic sovereignty is at the heart of the push for de-dollarization. To achieve this vision, BRICS is exploring the use of digital currencies as a way to bypass the dollar-dominated financial system, with Central Bank Digital Currencies, CBDCs, being a key part of the strategy. CBDCs are digital forms of a country's fiat currency, issued and controlled by the central bank, similar to physical money, but in a digital format. The logic here is simple. If they can create and control their own digital currencies, they can reduce the need for the US dollar in international transactions. Take China, for example. They are leading the charge with its digital yuan, known as the eCNY. Russia, too, is hard at work on their digital ruble. It's not just about efficiency or making transactions quicker and cheaper, rather a means to circumvent Western sanctions. These digital currencies do indeed allow for faster, cheaper cross-border transactions, while cutting out the need for systems like SWIFT, the global messaging network for cross-border payments, essentially a financial infrastructure through which most international banking transactions occur, which are heavily influenced by the US. But while CBDCs offer promise, they come with a darker side. Imagine a world where every transaction, from your morning coffee to your major life investments, is under constant surveillance by the very institutions you trust. A world where your financial decisions are not just your own, but are subject to scrutiny at every level. With these centralized digital currencies, central banks can monitor every single transaction, leading to an unprecedented level of financial surveillance. Unlike decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are not tied to any nation-state, CBDCs are fully centralized and government-backed. While cryptocurrencies offer a more open, decentralized alternative to traditional money, CBDCs are designed to maintain state control over the financial system. although with a digital infrastructure that promises greater efficiency, security and speed in financial transactions. With CBDCs, BRICS countries could build their own systems for international payments, allowing them to trade directly with one another without relying on the US-controlled SWIFT network. By moving away from the dollar and towards digitized versions of their own currencies, they hope to create a new global financial system that offers them greater independence. When discussing CBDCs, we can't ignore China. The country is at the forefront of this movement, having launched the digital yuan, ECNY, the most advanced CBDC to date. China's goal with the digital yuan is to modernize its economy, boost domestic payment systems, and challenge the global dominance of the US dollar. China has been integrating the digital yuan into popular payment platforms like Alipay and WeChat Pay, two of the most widely used mobile payment systems in the world. During the Beijing Winter Olympics, the government also used this as a testing ground for international participants, marking a significant step in showing how a CBDC can be scaled on a global level. In contrast, Russia, recovering from Western sanctions, has fast-tracked the development of its own CBDC, the digital ruble. The primary motivation behind Russia's efforts is to insulate its economy from future sanctions, as it continues to face exclusion from key global financial institutions. By creating its own CBDC, Russia is hoping to conduct cross-border transactions with countries like China and India, circumventing the dollar and, importantly, US sanctions. This shift towards CBDCs and de-dollarization could also have massive implications for cryptocurrencies. In a world where more and more countries adopt CBDCs to reduce their reliance on the dollar, individuals and businesses may look to crypto as a form of protection against state-controlled digital currencies, to avoid the centralized control associated with state-issued digital currencies. Unlike CBDCs, cryptocurrencies are decentralized, meaning they don't answer to any government or central bank. This gives them a degree of freedom that government-backed digital currencies lack. As mentioned before, with CBDCs, every transaction you make can be tracked and monitored by the central banks. This could lead to unprecedented levels of financial surveillance and privacy concerns. However, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are beyond government control, allowing for greater privacy and control over your own assets. Cryptocurrencies, which some have been long hailed as a hedge against financial instability and inflation, may play a crucial role as the BRICS nations seek alternatives to traditional financial systems. In this new world, CBDCs could become the tool of governments seeking greater control, while cryptocurrencies remain the refuge for those looking to escape it. For investors, this could signal a new era of both risk and opportunity. With BRICS pushing for de-dollarization, the global financial system could see a seismic shift. The dominance of the US dollar has been a cornerstone of global trade for decades, giving the US immense influence over the world's economies. But now, as countries like China, Russia and other BRICS nations develop their own digital currencies, we may see the rise of a multipolar financial system. It is important to mention, however, that as most BRICS nations move forward with the development of their own CBDCs, there have been discussions around the creation of a common BRICS currency. The idea being that while CBDCs are used for domestic transactions, a common BRICS currency could serve as a tool for cross-border trade, reducing reliance on the US dollar. Imagine a world with not one but several key reserve currencies: the digital yuan, the euro, and perhaps even a digital rupee or digital real. This scenario would fragment the current system, leading to competition between different regional currencies and increasing the importance of cryptocurrency as an alternative global financial system. For cryptocurrency advocates, this could be a golden opportunity. As state control over fiat currencies increases with the rise of CBDCs, the demand for decentralized assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital currencies could skyrocket as more people seek financial sovereignty outside of government-controlled systems. The world of finance is in the midst of a seismic shift. De-dollarization, CBDCs and cryptocurrencies are not just headlines, they are three forces pulling at the future of finance. As BRICS nations move forward with their plans to reduce reliance on the dollar, the ripple effects will be felt throughout the global economy, and the world will watch closely to see how this transformation unfolds. As the US dollar's dominance is challenged, new opportunities and threats will emerge, especially for those invested in decentralized finance and cryptocurrency. Stay tuned, because the story of BRICS, CBDCs, and de-dollarization is just beginning. It is of utmost importance to stay informed about these changes and how they will affect the cryptocurrency markets. And with that, thank you for tuning in to DeFi Tactics, your gateway to the future of finance and technology. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for weekly videos covering a range of topics, from decentralized finance and blockchain technology to cryptocurrencies, CBDCs, and beyond. We're here to help you navigate the rapidly evolving financial landscape with confidence. Until next time.